Hi guys, I'm back. I would like to share some pretty big problems I'm actually having right now with Alberta Healthcare, as well as my oxygen. To make a long story short, Alberta Healthcare is trying to take this oxygen away from me as fast as I got it. So I have written down some things, again, point form, so I can try to explain the best about what's going on without rambling on. So here we go. I live in a province in Canada where your health care is run by a province. You have to qualify for oxygen. Over 2 years ago, I was borderline for oxygen. 3 months ago, I had an ABG that was at 42 POA2, which is very low. It is emergent. That's how low I was. That's what got me on oxygen. So that's how I got put on full-time oxygen. Was that the ABGs is where they take blood from your arteries and not your veins. When they take it from your arteries, it shows you how much saturation, how much carbon dioxide, all those kinds of things. So ABGs have been very important to me through what I've been going through. So when I did get put on full-time oxygen, 3 months later, the healthcare people called me from Alberta, and that they demanded that I requalify after 3 months. So I had already been on oxygen full-time for 3 months. The last ABG that I had about 2 weeks ago, there was a problem. They had a student doctor, which I was a little bit not liking anyways. I've always never turned down any student doctors or anything, but this one, he wanted me to be the first ABG he was ever gonna do. Have to back up. I have a really hard time getting blood or giving it. My veins don't like to give a lot of blood, so I will proceed from here. So the healthcare demanded that I re-qualify after 3 months. So the last ABG was a big problem with the student. He had put the same needle in my skin 4 times, which I mean by that is he had the needle going into my artery, and actually the lady said, who was training him, I think you're going to her bone. She said to him, I think you're going into teeth. She let this student doctor proceed for another 4 times as he proceeded to pull the same needle in and out of my skin 4 times. Now, I didn't know anything about that, but as he was doing that, he actually said to the worker who was watching him, yeah, as soon as you take it out of the skin, you need a new needle. Well, he didn't listen to that, so the last 4 needles I had was the same needle he kept putting in. So, like I said before, how I do know that is because as he was saying it, he said I shouldn't be putting the same needle back in. So, kind of going to my next page because I kind of got my notes here. So, so after I had that whole procedure done and everything, I get a call calling me, telling me I no longer qualify for oxygen. Of course, this freaked me out with everything because this is a little bit nuts. I just got to explain something a little bit. I was on, when they came to my home and put me on oxygen, I started oxygen sitting on the couch at 3. And when I moved around in my house, I would be on studying oxygen liter 3. So that's what I started out with. So when I went in to go get that ABG, I had walked in there because I had to have my dosage turn up. So I started having 3 liters of oxygen when I was sitting on the couch, and 4 liters of oxygen when I was starting to do my housework. So when I went into this last ABG that, in my opinion, had anomalies about it, I walked in there at 4 liters on. They brought me back 12 minutes after they came and said, you need to be off of your oxygen for 15 minutes. Took my oxygen off, which again was at level 4, which is a pretty high level. And they said, take that off for 15 minutes. It was about 12 minutes later, and they stuck me with my ABG. So, whatever. So after that happened, the nurse, while she was, when she took over from taking the ABG, because it's right here in your wrist, like they go into the artery, not the vein. So there was an anomaly with my tests, which means that my fingerometer, which I should have brought up, oh, I do have it here. This is a fingerometer, so it tells you what your oxygen level's at and what's your heart at. So anyways, that was showing 82, and by the time that they had taken the ABG, which I have doubts that they actually hit the artery rather than the vein, because then you're going to get different results. So that's what happened. So here I got to just kind of catch up with my notes here about. So with all of that happening, the place that I get my oxygen through said they want to take me off of oxygen. I've had my mom get involved with me with my healthcare appointments because, to be quite honest, I'm having so many of them, it's getting hard on my own to remember every one of them. So, my mom got a phone call from them as well, and when they told her they want to take me off of oxygen, because when I was on 4 liters and I had gotten that test done so fast, it wasn't making sense with what the ABG is. So she had to make an anomaly about that appointment. I think I've said that a few times. So what's going to happen now is, I'm not sure what the date is today, but I know that it is Sunday. So February 8th, I have a very big appointment back with my pulmonologist, who's done a whole bunch of tests on me. So I know the last video I did, you saw those like ECG things on me. That was 24 hours because they're looking for hole in the heart or blood clot. I think I've been ruled out from all of that. So now I have another big appointment, like I said, on Tuesday. So with my appointment on Tuesday, I think it's very, very fair to ask for a new ABG to get done, because I don't believe the last ones had proper information, and they even made notes on it. So what I have done now since the appointment until September 8th, I go see my pulmonologist, which is a really nice guy, great doctor, and very high up there. I have turned my oxygen back from 4 liters, 3 liters now to 1 liter. The reason for that is I'm not trying to hurt myself, but I need Alberta Healthcare to understand that the problem I'm having has not been fixed. So I have to show them. So as long as I keep my oxygen down at 1 liter instead of 2, 3, or 4, hopefully when they get the ABG test done, it's going to explain that this is still happening to me. So, just give me 1 second, I gotta read my stuff here to make sure I'm you know, I've said everything. So I'm going to explain this. So at this explanation point where I am right now, I know that at this time, being around 1 liter, you know, yesterday for like a little bit of time, I still hit 78 on my examinator thing here. So in my opinion, it feels like a very tiny, small leak with whatever is happening to my body. So I'm not sure, but I don't think it's like a big leak or anything. So, yeah, I think that's probably everything I wanted to say in this video. I think I would like to say a couple more things before I go to turn this off. Like I have been saying for probably the last 6 videos, I have some pretty big news for everybody. But I have been overwhelmed with the amount of doctor appointments, doctor tests, and all that kind of stuff. It's been so hard for me to try to bring it out. Yeah, so I'm literally going to try to shoot for that maybe Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to make that video maybe a 3 or 4 part video, like A, B, C, D, E, because there's just so much information and I don't want it to get mixed. So that's why I'll be breaking it down in about, you know, 25-minute sections, because I don't want to make anybody get lost. But when that does happen, I do hope that you do watch the, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F kind of thing, or 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, but you're gonna have to watch it in order for it to make sense. So I really hope everybody has been doing really well. I'm trying to bring more positive things in my life so people don't get so depressed when they see me, because life isn't always that depressing. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm just trying to show you guys all I can do this. So like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would like to bring out that video that may take me 3 or 4 parts, so bear with me. And again, take care of yourselves and love each other. Bye.